Emerson, today is Tuesday, February 4th. The Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. Our sports correspondent Bianca Bono has more coming up.
And Christian Mudrick is in studio to tell us more about the sudden, shocking death of Oscar-winning actor Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I'm Brittany Gervais.
And I'm Mike Cantalupo. Welcome to a brand new season of Good Morning Emerson.
I am so excited. We have a lot of new faces, but we also have a lot of returning people.
The two of us, new to the couch, but not new to GME. Christian Mudrick, our entertainment correspondent, he's back again for entertainment. But then we got some veterans, and we got, you know, some pretty great people on this show. We have Madeline Avery doing weather. She
Can't wait to see her.
She transformed from a fashion correspondent to a weather expert.
Yeah, we also have Brianna Baxter, who's going to be our news correspondent. She is very professional, very excited to have her on the show.
And then we have the 16th rated collegiate sports broadcaster in the entire nation, Bianca Bono, giving us our sports update every Tuesday and Thursday morning. She's going to probably show me up in my days for being a sports correspondent.
Especially with the whole Super Bowl thing. It'll be exciting to hear what she has to say about that. Yeah.
And then don't forget about Lauren Fox. She's in studio today as our new fashion correspondent, giving us some day-to-night looks.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. You know, it's always kind of hard to find the right transition to go from the daytime to nighttime. So it'll be really interesting to see what she has to say.
She'll be talking a lot about makeup, which is really perfect for me.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll also have Kevin Seefried in studio to talk about hosting Closing Time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great show. A lot of great hosts have hosted Closing Time. But now it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what he could come up with. Absolutely,
absolutely. But first, we got to turn it over to a seasoned veteran, Brianna Baxter, who has all your top headlines and latest news.
Airstrikes in Syria continued over the weekend, killing 90 people. Barrel bombs were dropped on neighborhoods where there are rebel strongholds. Unfortunately, the deaths included not just members of opposition groups, but women and children living in the area. Medical staff from the field hospital in the town of Aleppo told CNN that they saw about 17 airstrikes within 4 hours. The strikes happened the day after the United Nations Geneva II conference. The conference ended once again with no progression towards ending the civil war peacefully. Government and opposition delegates are due to begin a third round of negotiations on February 10th. And no matter which side of the coin you are on, this new statistic comes as good news. Abortion rates in the U.S. have fallen to the lowest percentage since 1973. The private research group Guttmacher Institute published the study this week. Both sides of the debate can take interest in these up-to-date figures, which tell us that since 2011, there were 16.9 abortions per 1,000 women. The data is likely to be more accurate than what is provided by the federal government, which collects incomplete reports from several states each year. The report does not provide clear explanations for the drop, but it mentions several social and economic issues associated with it. And at the state level, here is a topic most college students have weighing down on them: student loans. Now, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren is going to bat for college students. Following a Congressional Budget Office report which estimated that the government will make $185 billion in profits from student loans in the next 10 years, Warren has decided to file a bill to pressure colleges to keep costs down for students. The senator says she wants to end the practice of profiting off of young people trying to get an education. And where would society be without the ability to stalk one another via social networking? I can't remember a time before it, but it must have been extremely difficult. Which is why today we celebrate the 10th birthday of Facebook. The social network launched at Harvard University in Mark Zuckerberg's dorm room on February 4th, 2004. On its 5th birthday, Facebook had over 150 million users. That was only 5 years ago. Today, Facebook has reached over 1.2 billion users. So to say that the social network has had a cultural impact is honestly an understatement. It changed the way we connect with one another, it's expanded our ability to reach friends from all over the world, and it keeps us up to date with family. On top of that, it's given us the opportunity to have virtual farms. For better or worse, Facebook is now ingrained in our lives, and its significance should be recognized. That's all I have for news. Now back to the couch.
All right, so Brianna, we all know how expensive college is. So what does this potential new bill do for college students?
Well, one aspect of the bill is that Elizabeth Warren has proposed that colleges who don't meet the grad rates on time that they need, then college students then are given a refund of some of their student loans, which is a really interesting aspect of the bill.
That would be interesting. I mean, especially at Emerson, costs are so
No
expensive. It
kidding.
will relieve a lot of people. Now, Bree, with Facebook, Facebook's a decade old. That's crazy. Looking ahead, has it announced any new changes?
Well, it hasn't announced changes, but it is doing something different to celebrate it. It's created an app called Look Back, where you can literally, it creates a virtual movie of your social network life. So if you've ever wondered what your life would look like if it flashed before your eyes, you can kind of look at it now.
I hate myself on social networks from like 9th grade. I look back and cry.
I don't know if I want to relive freshman year of high school.
Absolutely not.
No, I don't like to relive 2008.
Thanks a lot, Bree. Now, it seems like lately anyone can do a weather forecast. Snow, 8 degrees, snow, more snow, 52 and sunny. But let's hand it over to the actual expert. What does our forecast look like, Maddie?
Hi, Brittany and Mike. Exactly, Mike. I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the groundhog did see his shadow this weekend, so we will be having 6 more weeks of that winter weather. But don't worry, I'll be bringing you day-to-day forecasts so you can be well prepared. Right now, it's 32 degrees out. We're going to see it get warmer later on today with a high of 37. That's because of some sunshine midday, and the wind speeds are going to be only 5 miles per hour. Tonight, definitely bring a jacket if you're planning on going to that Bruins game, because it's going to be very cold leading up to some light snow starting at midnight. And tomorrow's going to be unpleasant, and that's putting it lightly. Break out your galoshes and a warm coat, because we're going to have snow and rain mixing to make a whole lot of slush. We have a high of 35 and some strong winds coming in. Those winds will calm down at sunset, and there'll be snow showers in the evening. And our 5-day forecast isn't looking much better. We have highs in the 30s for Thursday and Friday, with winds at 12 to 14 miles per hour. Saturday will be only 2 degrees warmer with a high of 32 and partly cloudy. And watch out for those lows this week. They're all below about 20 degrees, so if you're out early in the morning, bundle up and try to stay dry. I wish I could say that warm weather is on its way, but it looks like that cold is going to stick around for a while. That's all I have. Back to you, Brittany and Mike. Thanks, Maddie. Now, Mike, we're some new faces to this couch, but we're not new faces to the show.
That's right. I've spent now 3 semesters on Good Morning Emerson. I
3
started
semesters.
off as a cooking correspondent, making a fool out of myself my first semester freshman year. Really learned a lot. But then I came back as a sports correspondent, and then
now you're
I'm on the couch.
This comfy thing.
It's the dream come true, because I always looked at people on the couch and envied them, not because they were hosting, but because they got to sit on this couch.
Right. I just remember looking at Anthony and Maggie from last semester from the news desk, because I was a news correspondent last semester, and just thinking, wow, that looks really fun to do.
Now, I know something else about you that I always like to bring up, is the fact that you're Canadian. Now, that being said, I promised you that I wouldn't get you an American flag or a constitution.
Okay.
I didn't promise you that I
expecting
wouldn't get you something Canadian. So here's the thing. It's a housewarming gift, right? Brand new. You're brand new to the couch. This is your new home. So if you feel bad about leaving Canada and coming to the couch, you now have this.
Is it maple syrup?
What? Look at the chemistry. You didn't even open it.
Oh my!
What? See, look at this. The chemistry. I know why they put us together. You read my mind.
Exactly. How did I know?
I had this idea in my mind for like 3 weeks now. I thought it was so funny, but maybe nobody else thinks it's funny.
Did you ship this in from Canada? Or is this American maple syrup?
No, it's as American as it gets. But you know what? You know what's also as American as it gets?
What?
The Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
We have trifecta coverage today. We have Bianca Bono actually recapping the game, Christian Mudrick recapping the halftime show, but us, we get to talk about the ads.
Yeah. So how about that Budweiser commercial with the puppy and the horse?
My God. I just look at this commercial right now. Like, I just want to cry every single time I see this.
You can just feel the tears welling up.
I think they're like actual friends in real life, this puppy and this horse. It was so beautiful, and it came right at the end of the game when nobody else cared. Nobody cared about the game anymore, and everybody just flocked to the TV screen because it was such a beautiful commercial.
It was so cute. But also, Stephen Colbert
Yeah, that was a really interesting series of commercials. He started off with a 30-second ad that was kind of just like mellow and not too exciting.
It was just okay.
And then 30 seconds later, he comes back with this extremely extravagant commercial where he turns his head into a pistachio nut.
All along, Stephen Colbert has been a pistachio.
Yeah,
and
unbelievable.
None of us knew.
But how about that reunion? Two reunions.
Two reunions. We got Full House and Seinfeld.
We got the creation of George and Jerry, and then Danny Tanner and the gang, all back. So it's going to be great. Christian will have more on actually our favorite thing of all.
The return of 24.
But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Bianca Bono will have our sports recap for Sunday's big game. Back, guys. We're joined by the Emerson Channel's registered funny man and host of Closing Time with Kevin Seefried. It's Kevin Seefried.
That's me.
Good morning, Kevin. I know you're used to the late night thing. What's it like waking up early this morning?
I'm not ready for it. I am
not ready yet?
Not ready one bit, but I'm glad to be here. Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
So what can we expect from the new season of Closing Time?
Well, I'm really excited. It's going to be kind of more of a straightforward talk show than in years past. We're trying to make it really just kind of in the late night mold. We have just an unbelievably talented writers room. We had our first meeting yesterday, and I'm so excited to get to work with all these people. Our head writer, Tom Correo's super talented, super funny, and everyone in that room is so great. So I'm really excited to see what they come up with for the season.
You also have a sidekick in Amanda Breen. Have you guys worked together before?
Yeah. Me and Amanda wrote for Closing Time in spring of 2013.
Okay.
And she's the worst. I don't like her. She's one of the
way I feel about it.
Yeah, basically.
She's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. I'm so excited. I've never it's so cool to get to work with these people who I just think are so talented, and she's just so funny. I'm really excited to have her on the show.
Now, well, I just want to ask, because the stand-up transition, you're mostly a stand-up guy. I watched some of your stand-up, and it was really great. But now you're transitioning into the studio television realm where there's teleprompters and desks. Are you nervous?
Yes, I have two fears. It's teleprompters and desks. Those are my only fears. No, I was a little bit, but it's, that's... Like, the setup in a studio is so much better than the setup when you're doing stand-up comedy most places.
Right.
Like, I've done comedy literally to, like, the cashier at a Potbelly restaurant and the soda machine. Like, just to that. So to have a studio audience that's excited to be there and to just have to read off a teleprompter, like, I'm really excited. I think it's going to be pretty good to go.
But I'm sure you're looking for some inspiration, right? So what
late night? From me.
Right. What late night talk show host is your inspiration? Who do you look up to?
I'm a big fan of Jimmy Fallon. He does the Late Night with Jimmy Fallon show.
He's rocking it right now.
Yeah, he's great. I just, I love people who go up and are excited to be there. And I mean, obviously, every late night host, all, however many of them are really talented. I like Pete Holmes on TBS. He hosts the Pete Holmes show. Another really great guy. So those guys who bring a good energy to the show are the ones I kind of really look up to.
Well, it looks like you're going to bring some great energy to Closing Time, so it's exciting. Thanks a lot for being on the show. Now, linebacker Malcolm Smith may have gone home Sunday night as the Super Bowl MVP, but when it comes to awards over here at GME, Bianca Bono is a shoo-in for the Best Sports Correspondent Not Named Mike Cantalupo Award. Here she is now.
Thanks, Mike. Our first show unfortunately marks the end of the football season, and Super 48 was a complete blowout. The Seattle Seahawks proved that not only was their defense one of the best of all time, but Russell Wilson and his offense were relentless. Starting off early in the game, the madness began for Denver. The first play of the game, they hike it into the end zone, and Knowshon Moreno recovers it, but that's a safety. 2-0 Seattle. Second quarter, 15-0 Hawks. Peyton Manning throws a short pass, but it's picked off by Malcolm Smith. He takes it all the way back for a touchdown. This game is already out of control, and it's only the first half. Jumping to the second half here, Denver's hoping to pick it up, but Seattle does not let up. Here's Percy Harvin on the return, running it all the way back for 87 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 29-0 already. And next we have Pete Carroll with a little Gatorade Bass celebration. How exciting for him. Seattle goes on to win 43-8. The Hawks forced 4 turnovers and intercepted 2 of Peyton Manning's passes. This was the first national championship win for Seattle and for head coach Pete Carroll, who used to coach USC, the Jets, and our Patriots. Not only was it Seattle's first national title, but it was also only the third time in NFL history that a linebacker was named Super Bowl MVP. Malcolm Smith earned the honor this year after having an unbelievable game. He was part of the dominating defense that stunned the Broncos. He intercepted that Manning pass and ran it back 69 yards for a touchdown, and he recovered a fumble in the second half. It was arguably the most exciting day in sports history for Seattle. And moving on to other news, there is a new college on top. The Syracuse Orange was the unanimous #1 choice for the AP College Basketball Poll this week. Over the weekend, the Orange had a nail-biting overtime win against Duke and are now undefeated with 21 wins, the best start in school history. Following Cuse in the poll are the University of Arizona, Florida, Wichita State, and my hometown, San Diego State. That's all I've got today in sports. Mike and Brittany, back to you.
Thanks, Bianca. Now, everybody was going into the game saying, this is a legacy game for Peyton Manning. He gets to define his career right now, and he stunk it up. He was throwing ducks like Richard Sherman said he would. What does this Super Bowl loss mean for Peyton Manning?
Yeah, so this season was all about Peyton Manning. He led the highest scoring team in NFL history. He himself broke an NFL record and threw 55 touchdown passes. Some people said it was the best season for a quarterback ever, but he pretty much blew it, like you said. He's now 11-12 in the playoffs, and he's 37 years old, so I don't really think that this chance is going to happen again for Peyton Manning.
Absolutely. No, thank you so much, Bianca. The acting world lost one of its most admired members over the weekend.
Yeah, and returning as our entertainment correspondent, Christian Mudrick has more on this story.
Guys, unfortunately today we're gonna have to start with some tragic news. Oscar award-winning actor Philip Seymour Hoffman has died. The actor was found on Sunday morning with a needle stuck in his arm and several empty envelopes containing traces of heroin in his apartment. Hoffman had been on the wagon for 23 years prior to 2012 when his drug addiction relapsed. Last May, he checked himself into rehab for heroin addiction. He leaves behind 3 children, a life partner, and an unfinished Hunger Games series. Hoffman was 46 when he passed. Jack Bauer is back and he means business. He's here to live another day. Fox has revealed that 24 is back for a 12-episode miniseries called 24, Live Another Day. Although Fox released 4 teaser trailers about the new season, those trailers didn't mention anything about the plot and were actually just B-roll of some miscellaneous explosions and a car chase and a piece of glass on fire. However, we do know that the season premiere is on Cinco de Mayo, so if you have nothing better to do on Cinco de Mayo, feel free to check out the latest installment of 24. So everyone's been talking about this silly Super Bowl thing, but for all of us unathletic folk out there, I'm here to talk about the halftime performance. After Queen Bey killed it last year, Bruno Mars really felt the pressure to do justice to the much-anticipated performance. He opened with a drum solo that showcased his middle school band percussion skills, and that lasted about 6 minutes too long. Although I do concede, his vocal ability is outstanding, and he really did put on an excellent show with his jazzy hits and swinging hips. Unfortunately, the Red Hot Chili Peppers performed about 25 years too late and should permanently go back into hibernation. Their train wreck of man boobs and midlife crises left a lot to be desired. Speaking of people with no musical ability, America has finally said, baby, 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 no to Justin Bieber. Detroit native Roger Scherzinski started an online petition to have Justin Bieber deported. What started as a joke quickly grew to a national attack against the pop princess. The petition now has over 240,000 signatures and is being reviewed by Congress. Originally, the petition only needed 100,000 signatures, but broke that barrier in just 30 short days. After several DUIs, tagging multiple hotels, internationally making a fool of himself, and spitting on his neighbor, I'd say it's about time we kicked him out. That's all the juicy gossip I have for you today. Back to y'all on the couch.
Now, Christian, I don't know if I got the right message from your script, but it kind of sounds like you didn't really like the Red Hot Chili Peppers performance.
You think?
What do you think went wrong there?
Well, I say anyone over 45 shouldn't perform with their shirts off. Also, the lead guitarist looked like an insane clown convict from Arkham Asylum. it was just like a mess. And the lead singer, I don't know much about Red Hot Chili Peppers, but the lead singer was wearing these leggings that looked like they had like the London Underground on them. And
obviously you don't know anything about the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Flea is the greatest bassist of all time. How can you say just because he's shirtless, he's not a rock star? He's the best of all time. I'm sorry, I was really upset about that. So let's move over to Canada's finest, Justin Bieber. How do you think the federal government will actually react to this petition?
Well, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to see Justin Bieber deported, and I really would love to see Justin Bieber deported, it probably won't happen. The federal government isn't going to deport someone who is acclaimed as such a national treasure, unfortunately.
I guess I'm not going to get Justin Bieber back. Well, we're going to take a quick break anyway, but when we come back, Lauren Fox is going to show us how to transform our daytime look into a club-hopping nighttime get-up.
Now, it's going to be a battle on this couch to outperform each other when it comes to dressing the best. But the clear-cut winner for the show as a whole is our fashion correspondent, Lauren Fox. Lauren, take it away.
Hello, everyone. To start off this fashion season, I gave Emerson student Hunter Reese a more than necessary makeover. Let's take a look. Hello, I'm here in Hunter Reese's dorm room, ready to give him a makeover, whether he thinks he needs one or not. Hunter, describe what you're wearing today.
Well, I think what I'm wearing is very practical. I like wearing it. It's a nice hoodie, some jeans, some sneakers. I like it because you can wear it anywhere. You can wear it to class, or you can wear it out to a party. It's not too dressy, not too casual.
Well, obviously, Hunter needs my help, so we're gonna go raid his wardrobe and find some day-to-night looks. So Hunter, I'm looking through your closet right now, and you actually have a lot of workable pieces. The corduroy blazer, you can wear this with dark jeans on the day that you have to have a presentation and still look pretty casual. I was looking through your pants drawer, and I found an excellent pair of straight-legged black jeans, which you can dress up or down, or a good alternative is some dark jeans that you can wear to class, dress them up with a leather jacket at night. We're gonna hold on to these and maybe even use them in our night look. Alright Hunter, now that we've got some awesome looks picked out for you, you can go change and finally change out of that middle school Hollister outfit. We may remember Hunter Reese as Hollister clad from head to toe, but now he looks pretty good. Ladies, try and control yourselves. Hunter, come on in. Woo! Hunter, you look so much better. I'm so glad to see that those holy jeans are not on you anymore. Look at the shoes that you've paired it with, and you've even added a skinny tie, which really completes the look. I am so proud. How do you feel about this look?
Oh, I love the look. I definitely think the tie makes it 100% better with this jacket. It matches perfectly.
Thank you, Hunter, for letting me raid your wardrobe. Now we're gonna go to the studio and look at the ladies and their new makeup makeovers. You know Hunter pretty well. What was it like to see him undergo that huge transformation?
Well, we both know that Hunter's signature look is that Hollister sweater. So it's really nice to see, you know, that he had all of that stuff in his own closet, which is nice.
It was incredible. And then he dressed it up at the end with that skinny black tie. I was like, whoa, man.
He's a new man.
Learn from the best. So we just saw how to go from day to night from the guy's perspective. But here in studio, I'm going to talk about what I know best, and that's the ladies' perspective. So we're going to talk about makeup. I was just out with Marissa Robinson, who interned for a Bobby Brown executive over the summer. Pretty impressive, and an Emerson alum. So we're going to start off with the day look. Here we have the beautiful Demi Vitkute modeling the natural look. She doesn't have any harsh colors on or strong eyeshadow. She just has the light pink cheeks, light lips, and a beautiful complexion. So this is the perfect example of a day natural look.
Yeah, I could tell, like, this is the perfect thing to wear to work, anything like that. I mean, Very
Right.
impressive.
So when you're running around throughout the day doing errands, going to work, now if I want to go out at night, how do I step it up a little bit?
Oh yeah, hitting the clubs, girl.
Yeah.
So over
That's
here,
Brittany.
yep, we have Amanda Weissman, who already has that beautiful dark brow that's really in style right now. Here she's got the smoky eye going on. So she's got a little bit of a warmer smoky eye to go with those hazel eyes for the darker eyes. So yes, when we play up the eyes, we don't want to do too much. So we have that nice plum lip, which is huge on the red carpet right now.
Absolutely.
Stars like Camilla Bell, Selena Gomez, Blake Lively, they're all really working it right now.
Right.
So.
That's definitely something I need
You
to
ever
go
try
get.
out the plum lip?
I think I did once, and I loved it. I just,
Okay.
you know, I kind of stole it from my roommate, though, so I need to get my own.
I never actually tried out the plum lip.
I know,
so
it's a
you need to
little
work on
scary
that.
because it's darker than the usual, but yeah. So Mike, here's a test for you.
Okay.
What color eyeshadow goes best with your
My
green?
beautiful green
your
eyes, like
stunning green
yeah,
eyes.
I would say like a gold.
Ooh, we
Because
could rock
gold
the
and
gold.
green are really, really beautiful.
You got it. I'm so proud of you.
See, that's why I'm wearing such a fashion-forward outfit.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Lauren. These are some great looks. But that's all we have for our first episode of Good Morning Emerson. But tune in this Thursday. Our cooking correspondent, Megan O'Brien, will be in studio to whip up some delicious meals. See you guys next time.